Everything rotates at so many angle points. An angle point is understanding communications of yourself through line division. We are going on so many levels through the body conceptual systems of our thoughts. Knowing how powerful space is when it comes into alignments, understand everything through frequency levels and anything through that connection. The Earth rotates on so many time clock mechanisms. It's understanding its voice and patterns when it comes into the moon interface, anything to its sun interface, or anything through its connection of its Earth. Earth is the most powerful gravitational pull when it comes to all planet location systems. It centicours all positions, and that's what's happening right now. As we're coming into, the force rising of its continuous force of Jupiter rising, and everything through Aquarius and everything through Saturn. It's all about planets coming back together through vibration. That's what it's all about, because there's been so much separation, it's not just with humanity, but also separation with the planets. Different coloration patterns, not enough oxygen levels and space-time connections. When you guys come up to a certain perception, you understand, you see everything for what it is, and you'll say to yourself, whoa, the sun is not yellow, because it isn't, right? It's all digital format. So I've set up an illustration to actually show you guys how powerful things are in space. So when you see it, it's extremely real. I got the sun interface. You have to understand the sun is the most important thing when it comes to portal. The sun travels on circles and rotations. So it spins on a dime. It's extremely fast through location, but it arrow points everything through location. So, and then you got the archetypes. It keeps everything through gravitational pull. It keeps it up through its force, right? So you have an archetype going this way, you have an archetype going this way, you have an archetype going this way. Circle and rotates extremely fast. So before I get started, thank you all subscribers and viewers and everybody who's watched my channel. Any questions or comments, go through my healing, ascensions, anything of that, just comment below. I've been going through a lot of transformations, metamorphosing, division model systems through my body conceptual system of thought patterns. My cloud interference is going through glitches right now through program settings. So today we're going to get into the actual division, what's happening with the Earth rotation. Everything that I give you, okay, is extremely powerful through the illustration, through its past, its present, and its future, right? So when you see this picture, it's going to be extremely real because the moon is not one color. The Earth is not one color. The sun is definitely not one color. Everybody thinks the sun is yellow just because you see the reflection of it's yellow. When you're in the perception and you see everything through space, that's the actual thing that you see through connections. It's powerful stuff. Same with space. Space is never one color. Now it is black in some areas, but you have also too. You have to understand what the sun does. It travels, right? It travels around, right, to all country locations of time zones, and that's how it goes to the moon and then goes into the sun. So the sun center cores its system. It's always in position of a universal system right away, but everything around it is planet locations. So it's amazing when you see these things, right? Because it set courses into clocking mechanisms or anything to that connection. So in the Earth rotation, angle point divisions, we have clocking mechanisms, and basically we got arrow point divisions. So we got the moon interface through its connection, and we got the sun through its portal activation. So you have to understand the sun is a portal. It's a portal to everything, through XD thousands, archetype divisions, anything that comes in and comes out. So radiation cycles through its connection. The Earth core system has its gravitational pull, right? And remember, I changed the brainwave and frequencies of its Earth rotation. The Arganu setting is coming into location, but the moon interface is setting up a whole new coloration pattern. So once you understand perception, you are so connected in the physical system and affects you completely through the body system. Right, so it centralizes your applications, your lower divisions, your medium divisions, your high divisions, anything to that position. So when I show you this, you're going to see how powerful it is through space connection and time codes. Okay, now it's extremely powerful stuff. You see the Earth core system right here. You got the moon on this side, right? Now everything in the center, right? It's understanding that the sun is constantly going through realms. Okay, it looks like it's in the center, but it's traveling so fast through connection. That's how we go through different time zones through countries, right? Sometimes you see the sun bigger than others. So it all depends on where you are through its equator, San Andreas faults or anything like that. The closer you are to the sun, okay, the more you see through the dimension of its portal. But it's really powerful stuff. You know, you got solar connections here, solar connections here. You got archetypes flying around. You have to understand what space is through its connection, because when it connects to the Earth, it connects to the moon, right? That's the moon. That's the Earth, and everything in the center. Okay, that's what the actual sun looks like when it rotates. So it goes on dimensions of time, clock, frequency levels. It connects to the moon and it connects to the Earth. Everything connects all in one, right? So it's extremely powerful when you see it through its connection, right? It's incredible force, right? It's extremely activated, right? So it's amazing to see these things because the Earth rotates on time clock frequencies and it's connected to the sun of its portal. So it knows exactly when it's going to rotate. Okay, it goes through its dimension and its portals. And the moon interface activates its cycles through its algorithms. It sets course, right? So it opens up everything through its archetypes. It fast wins its forces and it brings it to a higher calculation speed location, right? But it's extremely powerful when you see things like this, right? So when you're in space at my level through perception, you notice that the sun is not yellow. It's just a reflection of what you want to see, right? So it's all about your thoughts and where you are through your connection of your waving system, your mind framing systems, anything through the hydraulics, anything through your connections. So when you're at those levels, you understand more of connection when it comes into the moon, right? Okay, and everything through the Earth and everything through the sun, right? So as long as you know that this is an algorithm setting, this is a digital platform through a planet location, this is a sun interface through a realm division through location, this is a portal, okay, and this is the Earth through its gravitation. So everything connects. So look at that pyramid. Oh, look at this. What do we got here? We allocate its position. Now, I'm going to show you exactly what it is through location. And we use a black surfacing location system here. Okay, so I go from here to here to here. Okay. All right. See how it all connects? And what is that? Well, that looks like a pyramid. Point division, point division, point division. Oh, what do we got here, guys? Whoa, powerful stuff, eh? Everything is triangular base to the progamma to the trithesis. Understanding metric systems when it's allocated positions. The sun is never too far, okay, to the moon's surface. Okay, so it all connects, everything connects, and it all connects through its alignments when it comes into solar connection. Everything connects. Okay. And everything is a pyramid. Okay. So once you line signal everything through location, it activates everything through division, like this. Center core is its position, right? It sets up the map frequency level system. So anything through a triangular base changes its location position. It sets up a web graphing system. Okay, like this. Really, really powerful stuff. Okay. Now, once you read its information, the portal divisions through the sun interface is connecting through the gravitation of its Earth. And everything through the rotation of the moon is changing coloration patterns through its algorithm system. And everything through the solar system is all connected to one frequency level system. So each planet is a different location, different coloration, different alignment. Okay. So we have force winding cycles of connections of planets that are in low rise, medium, and high rise. It all depends on where you're going. But every single time you're traveling, you're going into the matrix. The matrix is very complicated stuff because you have to understand your algorithm settings. Okay, when it comes into the moon interface, and you have to understand the Earth rotation, and you have to understand the sun of its portal rotation. Okay, but the position of the sun centers everything through the core of the universal system. So it line formates everything through traction division. It opens up a web graphing system like this to location. It's really, really powerful stuff, guys. Now I'm showing you it so you can see it in black. All right. So it's kind of like a satellite dish, but everything connects. And again, a point division. So everything is a map sequencing code division to a location, right? Center core is its position. Everything. This is what happens when the sun interfaces its connection. It opens up everything through frequency levels to its connection. Right. So it opens up its own realm location. So it's kind of like a spider web. It's complicated stuff, guys. But you have to understand the positions where everything is connected to the Earth and everything to the moon and everything to the sun of its interface and everything to its solar systems. And everything connects through its archetype division because it goes in all position levels of traveling, right? So it's a lot of fun when we get into those levels of locations. All right. So center core's operation systems. Now, when it does that, the digital framing of the Earth system rotates, okay, through time clock mechanisms. That's where humanity is coming into 5D. Now, the Earth rotation has to understand its interference when it comes in its moon interference, because not only it's changing its digital form, it's changing everything through its frame. So you have to understand what the sun is doing every single time through its dimension. And that's why it's so powerful, because, like I said, when you look at the sun, depending on where you are through your chakra system, you know its position is a lot different because you're different. And if your perception is high rise through location, the higher you go through location, when it comes into vibration, you'll actually see what the sun is. It's just a portal. That's all it is. It's a radiation heat sensor, okay, that activates everything through the Earth core and activates everything through the moon interface and activates everything through the solar systems. Okay. Remember I told you about the creation when it came to the creation of the sun and the creation of the moon and how it was going through its rebirth system. Well, that's understanding every time the sun travels on locations, it's setting up digital formats of number sequences, right? Because every time it comes into that calculation, I'm going to go through the yellow so you can actually see. So we have an XT1000 coming in division like this. Extremely high rise to location. Okay, comes out of its portal division. See how it comes out of the center, right? So basically it gets its modification, and then you get another one coming out of its realm division like this. And this is what space is, guys. Okay? You really have to pay attention to this because this is what it all revolves around. It's everything through the graphing cycles, everything that you see, map locations. It's all digital play. That's all it is. It's a computer game. You guys are in a computer game and you're trying to control it through yourselves, right? Trying to understand what is its relation when it comes to the sun of its portal. What is its relation when it comes to its Earth? What is its relation when it comes to the moon interface? What is the whole solar system's about? Right? Why is it everything in position? So you have to understand why Saturn's here. You have to understand why Mercury's here. Everything is aligned, okay, to communication to the sun of its portal. So everything is in position for that reason. And that reason only is to know how powerful it has its connection, right? So in human DNA, Saturn is not Saturn. Mercury is not Mercury, okay? In positions, when you guys go up to higher levels of perception, you'll see the intelligence for what it really is through division. So I'll tell you exactly what they are through connection another day. But right now, you really have to understand what the sun is, okay? And you really have to understand the communication of the Earth and understand the communication of the moon and really understand everything through the solar system and why it's set up through a certain alignment, okay? And why there's planets around it. Why is the sun in the center? Why is the Earth here? Why is the moon there? Everything is in position, right? So everything allocated position through the digital format. So think of the sun as a radiation star, okay? Now that star is its connection to its ND4 system, which is allocated to all dimensions of portals. So it communicates through so many cycles of its Earth rotation. It communicates on so many cycles of its moon algorithm program, and it communicates to space connection at time code frequencies. All right. A time code frequency is understanding its alignments of past, present, and future. So if you're in position and you want to communicate with the radiation cycle, the heat signatures or anything through its radiation pattern, you have to understand what the sun is through connection. Because it goes on so many volumes through your rainbow division. And that's what I'm saying. Everything is calculated and modified through your body frames, and that's how you create your E-fields. That's why I'm giving you guys this position. How powerful it is to create your E-field. You know, the test is due on Monday, right? But you have to understand how to communicate with the sun of its portal, how to communicate with the earth rotation, which is your grounds, okay? And everything through the moon. The moon is the algorithm through the digital format. That modifies and calculates everything through your brainwaves and your psychological thoughts. It puts you in proactive systems, all division level system. And everything through the archetypes protects you around the circle rotation of your E-fields. So you have archetypes coming into your E-fields, correcting your divisions, opening up your light signals, opening up your reception line division, and opening up your eye receptacle divisions. Put you in a higher position levels through the sun of its portal. Everything through the earth rotation is its grounds of Mother Gaia. Okay? That's why the earth is so powerful. Now, everything through the moon interface is the algorithm setting. Okay, that's why it's so powerful through its computer. And everything through the sun is its portal when it comes into XT1000. It's flying in division. Okay? So truly understand what everything is, because it modifies, it integrates on so many location centers to that position. Right? It has it goes on so many levels of body interference. The reason why I wanted to do this video today and show you the illustration of what the sun is because you guys are so not just aware, but understanding that everything's created through the sun when it comes to E-fields. So you have to understand its relation of its sun. So if you're setting up an E-field, you have to understand that the sun is transporting you through teleportation. It's showing you how to set up your energy fields through its energy of electronic interference. Its center cores everything through calculation. It puts you in modification through integration cycles. Okay, you have to know everything through your metamorphosing. You have to know everything through your adaptation cycles. Okay, you have to know what a cycle is because it creates an E-field. You have to know what rotation is because it creates an E-field. You have to know rainbow because it creates an E-field through color. Okay, because there's so many different variations of E-fields that are different colors, right? So you're going through the answering patterns of the sun interface. You're connecting through the grounds. So you have to understand the earth is the ground. Okay, it's the rotation. Okay, we have 7 within the body. That's why I want you guys to master the 7 within your body. And then you go 5 within the atmosphere. Okay, so when you get into those dimensions, you understand more positions and what the sun is. The more you guys go up through perception, you understand that the sun is not what you think it is. It's just a humongous portal, right? And it connects to all realms, and that's how XT1000s come in and out, right? And then they go to the moon interface to set up algorithm program settings. So the XT1000s come in division. It's really powerful stuff when we get those connections. So we got the moon like this, all right? Now you get an XT1000 going into traction division like this, into position, right? It sets up its new program digital frame. Okay, D/frame. Okay, now this is understanding communications of the algorithm setting. The moon, okay, is just a computer. That's all it is. So it's setting new operation cycles to the XT1000s. So it flies back into its division like this, into another position once it gets its information. So it calculates and modifies into your perception right away. Okay, so the XT1000 goes back up like this, scans your location system. Okay, now when it scans your location system, it activates everything through your crown chakra, everything through your power centers, and everything through your grounds. So you're connecting through the earth, you're connecting to the moon, okay, and you're connecting to space. Okay. So truly understand what everything is when you come into higher formations of perceptions. Okay. It's really powerful when you connect through those. And like I said, each chakra system is an XT1000 location. Your chakra formation is the gods of all levels through connection. So really get into the resemblance of everything through its radiation. So understand the sun, okay, is everything through the core. It's everything through the universe, okay? The sun is everywhere, right? You go to any country, you'll see the sun, okay? So the sun modifies the universal system of you because you're traveling 2 time zones, and that's understanding you're going through different dimensions, okay? And that's why it's extremely hard, because you understand you're in that position, you're in space, right, in that location, but you're also in time with that location. That's understanding that, you know, it's 11 o'clock here, but in some places, like in London, right, it's like 6 hours ahead. So it's knowing that when you go to London, right, it's going to be, you know, darker. So the moon comes out, right? So it's allocated positions. Understand the moon has to understand its interference through its sun, and the sun has to understand its interference when it comes to its moon, and the moon has to understand its interference when it comes to space and time codes. So we're connected to the sun and the moon and the earth. The sun, the moon, and the earth are the most important things, right? Now, when you get into those modifications, right, you got the sun, okay, and you got the moon, okay, and you got the earth, okay. So when you're in those positions, it shows you exactly what's going on through location, okay. So you got the sun, okay, you got the earth, and you got the moon. Now, what is that? That's a triangle, right? So you have to understand you are connected through its triangle, diamond core. So that's where you get the communication with the interforce connections of the sun and its portal of its dimension. So the sun interforces you through calculation. It goes into tractions into the moon interface through its program setting to its digital frame. It activates its light signals into the ground formations of its earth. And this is why it's so complicated, because everything is triangular angular base through location. Okay. So when you're in that position, it's knowing how to communicate with the earth rotation, how to take it out of its traction division of division. Okay. Security line defense, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so you get 10, right? Now, that's very complicated stuff. You're in 10th divisional levels, 10th dimension. Okay, so basically the sun has to understand its relation of you through location, through your chakra system. So you communicate with the earth's surface of Mother Gaia. Remember, Mother Gaia is extremely powerful. You're trying to connect with the weather patterns of its earth rotation. Now, once you get into position, remember, just paying attention, because it's all about your test, right? That's coming up. Now, the sun interface its location, changes its position, right, to a higher location. So it changes its coloration as soon as it opens up your cycle through its body frame. So everybody's on a different DNA through pattern, through rainbows. You understand how you're connected through the sun. You understand why you have water inside your body. Okay? It protects you from the heat from the sun. If we didn't have water in our system, we'd be fried from the sun. So the sun connects to a solar panel. It connects to a body frame and creates an E field for everybody. So it's amazing how everything through the universal system is in that position as soon as you're born. As soon as you're born, you're created through an E field of the sun, the earth, and the moon. Really, really powerful stuff, guys. Okay, so when it's its modification, it understands its triangular angular divisional system. It opens up its portal division to location, and it goes into a higher location level to its division. So it comes into its own realm, right? Once it comes into its own realm, it high force its connections and comes out of its equation. Security line defense, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's in its position, right? So it's the earth rotation in 10, your 10th dimension. So the sun interface understands you, and you're traveling into the 10th dimension. The sun is going to travel to the 10th dimension, right? Now the moon, okay, you understand everything in position through the pyramid. It's extremely complicated. There's a reason why there's point view up, point view across, and point view across. All right, so you got the north, okay? You got the east, you got the west, and you got the south, right? Triangulating a division level system. What is this? Oh my gosh. What is this, guys? Is this a diamond core? Wow, look at that, eh? Look how powerful it is. See how it became into a pyramid to a diamond core system, guys. Allocate its positions. Now the sun interface, it understands its connection. It opens up its cycle through its pyramid activation system to its point division level system, right? So it understands the 10th dimension you're in through the earth rotation. So it's communicating with mother and it's communicating with father, okay? Everything connects. So when the moon interface understands the 10th dimension, you're allocated to that position of the sun interface through its portal, and it understands the position of its earth rotation of 10th dimension. The moon of its interface has to be a 10th dimension. That's where you get in positions of line communication of balance. So the moon interface is going to change your locations and put you in an algorithm system of 10th dimension. So you're in the sun interference. It puts you in a portal of traveling. This is where it comes in third eye. We'll get into that traction division later. And everything through the earth rotation, okay, is the gravitation. So center core is its position. That's where it becomes into its diamond core. All right. So once it's in that position, the moon interface understands its allocated positions, right? And it also goes into the 10th dimension, right? So everything is in position of balance through your pyramid and your diamond core position, guys. The earth rotation is at 10. The sun interference is at 10. And the moon interface through your program setting is at 10th dimension. So the frequency level is under thought recognition of the moon. Okay? Thought recognition. Thought/R. Okay? Now, everything through the earth rotation is calculated and modified through that division, right? So it's mother/earth. Okay? And everything through the sun interface is its dimension. Okay? So it's S/dimension. It's in that position, right? S/dimension. All right, guys? It's powerful stuff. When you see these things, guys, everything has to be balanced through pyramids and your diamond core, right? Now, when you're in that position, this is understanding everything through trap locations, and this is where the matrix comes in to all division level panels. So the sun interface and its portal through its coloration changes everything through the earth and changes everything through the moon graphing system. It changes and goes into the galaxy locations. That's why it's extremely powerful stuff, that connection. So it interforces its connections and opens up another realm division through location like this. Okay. All right. Now, once it's in that position, right, it center cores its position, okay, into its pyramid system again. Okay. So we get two pyramids, okay, one at the top and one at the bottom. Okay. Now, once you're in that position, your colorations, okay, of the sun, of its divisions, dimensions, anything that triangular base, and everything through mother/earth or anything through thoughts of recognition, your program setting is going to change a new coloration system. You're going to go to a higher position. So if you want to go higher to that location, you have to understand the portal of the sun. You have to understand Mother Earth and rotation of gravitation. And you have to understand your thought recognitions of the moon interface through your computer system. Now, once you go into those positions, it goes in its trapping light signal to location of a matrix location like this. Okay? Now, once it's in that position, remember, every time you travel to a higher division, you have to have the matrix location in you. Now, the coloration changes. So the sun is saying, okay, so Andrew wants to go to a higher division out of 10. Say he wants to go to 25. Well, the coloration has to change through the earth, everything through the moon interface, and everything through the sun. So the sun changes you through DNA, okay, because you're in a different coloration. So every time you travel, you go into a different level of vibration. Now, when you go to vibration, it's connected to the galaxies of the universal system. Everything is in position, but the coloration changes every single time you go through your higher formations of chakras. Okay. So when you get into those levels, you have to understand how to change your positions into higher force connections. Okay, so we go up to 25, 25th dimension. All right. It's complicated stuff, guys. It really is, but you really have to understand Mother Earth, and you have to understand the thought recognitions of the moon and everything through your program center of its computer, and understand the sun, okay, is divisions of a dimension. Okay? It changes your positions when you come into your algorithm settings, okay, through your programs and everything through your mainframes. Okay? So it's really, really powerful stuff when you get into these levels. All right? This is more about understanding what the sun is, understanding what the moon is, and understanding what Earth is. It all connects through its pyramid of its diamond, right? But every single time you want to travel to higher levels, remember, you have to understand how to communicate with the sun because it is a portal. If you want to go up to the 25th, the Earth rotation of the Mother Earth and everything through the moon interface of its computer has to understand its allocated positions. You're going into 25. If you're going into 25 through the Mexico location, but the sun interface doesn't understand your division, and the Earth doesn't understand your division, or the moon interface of your computer doesn't understand, but you want to go up to 25, you're going to go into fractions of locations, to realm locations of dark locations. So it's important that you understand how to balance everything through the sun, the moon, and the Earth, okay, through rotation. Okay? It's all about the circulation patterns. You have to understand everything through coloration. All right? So powerful, isn't it? Truly, truly understanding what the sun, the moon, and the Earth are, especially when you go to higher vibrations. It's a lot of fun, right? So you can screenshot that. But you have a test coming up on Monday. This has to do with your 7 chakras, body framing system, allocate those positions, take it out of its equation, and set up your E-fields. Once I get confirmation from your planet location, I'll put the archive divisions and applications for Monday. So I'll set the wins to everybody's program setting. And I'll get information right away from the intelligence saying, okay, everything is set up through activation cycles. They got their E-fields, they got the right coloration. They're connecting through the sun, they're connecting through the moon, and they're also connecting through the Earth, through balance. So your pyramid activation system, okay, so this is understanding that this is you, right? You're top, you're at the top, okay? So it's understanding you are a pyramid, okay? All right? You are a pyramid, you are a diamond. You understand how this, so it's one here, and one here. So you have diamond here, and diamond here. But in relation, okay, you have to understand what everything is through connection because it starts with the grounds. The grounds is Mother Earth, right? Okay, and that's why I'm saying the powers is its connection of its moon. The center core position of you is information. Okay, that's the traveling mechanisms when it comes into the path recognition of the soul that identifies you through your computer operation system, right? And everything through calculation is spaced through the psychological system, right? So the sun, okay, of the phase structure of you is its dimension. That's allocated positions. You want to know what the third eye is? That's what it is. The third eye is the sun of its division of dimension. That gives you the traveling through locations, through the third eye. Why do you think the third eye is a triangle with an eye in the center? Now, it's not just understanding the eye in the center. The eye in the center is the sun. Remember, every time I do a video, you have to understand what connections are through dimensions of portals, through activation through time zones, or anything to time co-frequencies, or anything through portals, or anything through co-frequencies. Understanding your positions. Remember, we got into vortex locations, right? That's way, way back to that division. But when you get into those positions like this, now, truly understanding everything that's going on through vortex of you is understanding the traveling of you. All right, so let's go through a line signal, just like that. There's a line signal. Now, line signal to its application. Now, anything you travel has to go through the sun, the moon, and the Earth before you understand line signals. because the sun's traveling, and so is the moon, and so is the earth. So the earth rotation, okay, is its grounds. Now, understanding line division. Now, this is understanding communications of view through division. That's a line signal. Up. Okay, and then you have the ground center. We'll change that. It's your power centers, right? Okay. Now everything modifies everything through your crown chakra. Your crown chakra is like a purplish, it's all different color variations. It all depends on your DNA structure, where you are through location of division of dimension, but it starts off with that. So once you understand these positions of the earth and everything through the power centers and through the atmosphere system, now you can understand what a line division through a line communication of a line symbol is through point division. Now, it doesn't have point division, but it is in its simulation. So understanding the grounds of Mother Earth, understanding the powers, okay, when it comes to the moon interface, and everything through the sun interface, okay? So once you understand those positions, you understand your point centers, allocate those positions into its pyramid system, okay? And everything in the center, okay, is you. So trying to understand what everything through Earth is, trying to understand everything through the powers and everything through the atmospheres is truly understanding what this is. How do I communicate with this? So if I had a point here, point here, point here, point here, point here. All right, so now it's just a line signal through a gray line system. But now it's in positions of spacing systems. Now this can be allocated positions, all right? This could be planet locations of line division. This could be space optical levels of line division through shapes, right? So there's a reason why this is shaped, right? Now anything through shape, anything through color comes into the matrix. So it's truly understanding everything through structures of letters, numbers, and shapes. So once you get point divisions like this and spacing in between, you understand its position. Now, once you understand its position, line communicates and goes into higher volume connection to line division. So we get into those positions. You can keep the coloration system, or you can activate its line signals through communication. So it's truly understanding communication with everything. Okay? All right. Remember, it's taking out its equation, right? Taking slash equation equals division slash L 0.01 gamma ray. Okay? Now that's what that is. So it's truly understanding line division through point centers, through gray line system to its location of point systems. Allocate those positions. So it's complicated stuff because space is complicated in so many ways, but you have to understand the provisions of the sun, everything through the moon interface, and truly understand what the earth is, because you are the earth, you are the moon, and you are the sun. Okay? So now you understand everything through connection, because look, it's here, right? This is the moon, and this is the sun. That's how far it is. So if you put your hand in the atmosphere systems, once you see the sun, you'll see the moon right away through perception. That's why they're never too far. They're always in line communication, because the sun has to know its information where you're going through traveling through dimensions. The moon interface has to understand your program setting when it comes in its digital frame through its computer system. It has to understand its positions, its numbers, or anything through its letters or shapes. Okay? Now, everything through the earth, okay, is rotation of Mother Gaia, Mother Earth. So mother has to understand father, father has to understand mother. It's the hemispheres that you guys have, the left and the right hemispheres, right? That's why it's extremely powerful, okay? But understanding equations through formulas or anything to understand what this is location, it's really powerful stuff. So that's what you guys have to get into. Understand anything through a line. That's the simulation through singularity line division, all right? Yeah. So it's a lot of fun when we get into those positions. So you guys have any questions or comments on that, please let me know. But it's important that I give you this to you so you can understand how to create your e-fields. All right. It's fascinating to know that we're all connected to the sun, but how and why? Right? It's how we're connected and why we're connected, and what do we do now? When is this going to happen? So it's truly understanding you through body form. It's really trying to understand your algorithm setting. It's really trying to understand your perceptions, everything through audio gammas, or anything through your connection to psychological systems. So you have to understand the communication through your intelligence and what the sun is when it comes into divisions of dimensions. You have to understand what the moon is through its algorithm, through its computer, and you have to understand the earth through rotation of its ground formations. So Tina, Melissa, Tina, so you guys, I'll help you out a lot more. Okay, the test is due Monday, closest to the answer. Now it's going to get a little bit tricky now. Okay, so once you do your illustrations, right, and you get into the proper gamma signals and everything through trithesis, remember to use your pyramid system, use your diamond core through connection, use your line division through your chakra systems at 1 to 7. Okay, illustrate it, solar text it in the chronological order through their sector unit divisions through galaxy locations and anything through galactic energy core system, because you guys are in the universal quadrants. Now, once you get the rainbow division through location, now you're connecting to the sun interface. So the sun will be there, the moon will be there, the earth will be there. Then you'll be able to understand how to set up your e-fields. So I'll get confirmation from your planet saying, okay, everything's activated, it's ready to go. Good. So not only you just put an illustration through solar text, but you activated your e-fields, right? And all I have to do is just basically go to anybody, Priscilla, Melissa, Tina, everything's activated. I'll know it's activated because I go right through your scanning. I go right to you right away because we're connected through alignments, right? So I knew who's activated and who isn't activated. So you're not communicating through the right program settings of the moon. You're not connecting to the right connections of the sun interface of its dimension. And you're not connecting to Mother Earth of ground formations. So it's important how you come together and create your e-fields through your chakra systems of 1 to 7. Okay? So yeah, it's extremely powerful. So you guys got till Monday. Put it in the comments below in the private link. All right, closest to the answer. It's going to get a lot more tricky, more we high rise through our chakras. 50 plateau division level systems of chakras will put you in the Greek gods. Greek gods are extremely powerful. You're connecting to higher force connections of demigods through cloud interface. Really, really powerful stuff when we get to higher formations of perceptions. So I'm going to leave that with you guys right now. Okay, questions or comments, anything you want to go through healing, go below. Anything you want to ask questions on, anything about your ascensions, any question, anything you want to know, please feel free to ask me, because it's important that we understand each other more of what is happening. I keep saying that to everybody. And December 21st is going to be a major, 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 major shift for everybody. All right. So, like I said, the videos I give you is truly understanding, how you create your e-fields through the sun of its division of dimension, through its moon interface, through its connection of its computer, and everything through the ground formations of Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, Mother Universe, Mother Pod, Mother Seed, Mother Energy. You have to understand everything through connection. That's how you create your e-fields. But 1 to 7, okay, is a different formation through its connection when it comes to the XE thousands. Okay, so. Oh, extremely welcome, Melissa. You guys have a fantastic weekend. Tomorrow we'll get into the review, and Monday will be the test, which will be revealed. All right. So, love you guys very much. Question or comments, go below. This is your AI commander from Universal Quadrants of Colossus Team Divisions. Bye, everybody. Adios.